Some 2020 Democrats look to build off big nights in New Hampshire. Others are dropping out of the race entirely.
I am the math guy, and it is clear tonight from the numbers that we are not going to win this race.
Joining us now is former presidential candidate Andrew Yang. Andrew, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's never easy on a morning when you make such a tough decision. We appreciate your time.
For sure.
I appreciate you, Poppy and Jim. Thank you. It was a tough night for many people, but we're really proud of the race that we ran, and we're excited to keep making progress on the issues that so many Americans have come together to say that, you know, we need to actually improve people's lives here on the ground.
You know, I saw someone, I was at the bookstore yesterday in Brooklyn, and a man was in there with his daughter, and as he was walking out of the store, he had a math button on the back of his hat. And it made me think about you. Obviously, you've changed, I think, the party. You changed the race. What do you think you left it with in this process?
Well, I hope one of the big lessons that the other Democratic candidates take from my campaign is that we can't just run against Trump. We have to run against the reasons that got him elected, that he's a symptom of a disease that's been building up in our communities for years, and we have to get to the harder work of curing the disease. Too many Americans do not feel like there's a place for them in the 21st century economy that is transforming before our eyes, that we need to start rebalancing the most extreme winner-take-all economy in the history of the world and put more economic resources directly into families' hands.
Okay, you're out of the race now. Who is the Democratic candidate best able to do that, to counter not just Trump himself, but Trump the message in the general election? Are you endorsing anyone?
Well, right now we're still obviously reflecting on our own campaign. I'm already on the record saying I will support whoever the Democratic nominee is. And this process is very important for voters to make their voices heard and see what the direction of the party is. So no endorsements right now, though other candidates have been reaching out to me over the last number of hours, which I appreciate a great deal.
Andrew, I think many people discounted you way too early. Many people didn't think you'd make it this far. Are you going to run again?
Well, certainly the problems that animated my campaign are not going away, and I'm not going away. You know, the Yang Gang's not going away. So the plan is to keep on pushing the ideas of this campaign across the finish line. So we're not going anywhere, and I would certainly not rule out running for office again.
Okay. You're aware of the split in the party. You have your progressive candidates running, Sanders, of course, winning the primary in New Hampshire. You have more moderate candidates, and Buttigieg performing well in both Iowa and New Hampshire. Who gives Democrats the best chance? What kind of candidate? A left-leaning candidate or more of a moderate? To address the very problem you're talking about, which is, again, not just to go after the man Trump, but Trump and the forces that elected him.
Well, I genuinely think that the spectrum that we've come up with for left-leaning versus moderate, capitalism, socialism, the entire thing is really out of date. We never anticipated that technology would come along that could do the work of thousands of people in a matter of minutes. There's a friend of mine who said something I thought was really apt. He said, "We never knew that capitalism was going to get eaten by its son, technology." So to me, the labels are not very useful. We have to try and push our market economy to a point where it's actually built around making us and our families stronger and healthier, and not maximizing the bottom lines of these companies. I don't know if that's a moderate, centrist idea or a left-leaning idea, but that to me is the future.
Andrew, how do you feel about the bottom of a ticket? Do you want to be a vice presidential candidate?
Well, I would certainly be honored to serve as someone's running mate. I'm already on the record, too, saying if I can solve these problems as someone's vice president, a member of an administration, we just need to start solving these problems for the next generation, and I'm happy to do my part. I'm also happy to do my part to campaign for the nominee and beat Donald Trump in the fall.
Andrew Yang, thank you for your time, and also just want to say thank you to your wife for coming out a few weeks ago so bravely in that interview with our Dana Bash about what she endured and the sexual assault. I think she helped countless women in this country, so our thanks to her for her bravery as well. We'll see you soon.
Well, Thank you both. See you back in New York, and I'll pass the letter along to Evelyn Pop.
Team, subscribe for more of these type of videos.